Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Instagram family. Welcome to this exciting session from Shiksha Study Abroad. My name is Vaibhav, and I'm your host for today's session. We have Krushangi here with us. She's a student at Queen's University Belfast, and she's pursuing her MSc in Finance. Right. So, we'll be having a discussion with her as to how her journey has been till now in the university, and from her experience, I hope you'll be able to gain a lot of information. Hi Krushangi, thanks a lot for joining us for today's session.
Yeah, thank you. Hi.
Yeah, hi. Krushangi, if we can start with your brief introduction, that would be really helpful to the students, so they'll get to know you a
Okay.
bit better. If you can give us a brief about yourself.
Okay. So, hi everyone. I'm Krushangi, and I studied at Queen for the year 2021 and 2022. And I did my master's in MSc Finance. So, I just completed my course.
Krushangi, if you can give us a brief about your graduation as well. What did you pursue in your bachelor's, and how did you stumble upon UK? Why did you select studying abroad?
Okay. So, actually, I did my bachelor's in BBA, Bachelor's in Business Administration. And my third year specialization course was finance. So I just chose to do master's in specialization course, which is the finance. And I chose like I had a few countries in my mind, which was Canada, Australia, and UK. But then I land upon UK as we don't get masters in Canada just for 15 years of education. So I had to change it at the last moment, but I guess it was the right choice to come here in UK for the masters.
All right, that's great. And
Yeah.
you had specifically selected MSc Finance as your option, or you were looking at some other options as well after your BBA?
No, I wasn't looking at other options since I wanted to do a, specialization course, and my third
Mhm.
year course was also the finance course specialization in bachelor's. So yeah, I just chose that.
Okay, that's great. So you have completed your course, or you did in 2022 session, right? So your course is completed, I
Yes,
believe.
yes, yes. I have completed everything. Yes.
Okay, you have completed the
So I'm just
course.
waiting on for my results. Yes.
Okay, great. And how has your experience been after completion of your MSc? Like, how's your experience been related to job opportunities and did you get any sort of placement assistance from Queen's University Belfast?
So right, there are no placements here like we have in India. So we
Mhm.
just get to attend the career fairs and we get to communicate with the people from the different companies and we get to know where there are vacancies, where your interest is, and then we can just apply over there and see how it works.
All right, that's great. So you were able
Yeah.
to secure your placement through your job fairs, or what steps did you follow to get the placement?
Right now, I am like looking for jobs, so I haven't like applied anywhere as of now. So I'm just searching, but I did attend the career fairs, and yeah, so that's like a different process we have to go through. If you don't have any work experience, I guess there are graduate roles, graduate programs for them,
Mhm.
and yeah, we just have to go through assessment and everything and interviews, and that's the
Okay, that's great. So, would you like to give any sort of suggestions to students who are looking at upcoming intakes or who will be coming up in January, as to how they can put up their game strong? They can once they complete their course, what are the things that they should keep in mind, during the placements?
So during the placements, I guess first of all, I did not come with any work experience or any internship as well here, as I
Mhm.
rushed to come here. But getting a work experience is better. It builds your CV stronger, and um, yeah, I mean, doing some online courses, getting certificates, building your skills is very important, and that's how you can like get further with the process for landing a job.
All right, that's great.
Yeah.
And what sort of part-time opportunities are available? Obviously, everybody knows that there's 20 hours cap that is given to a student weekly, right? So,
Yeah.
what sort of jobs are being offered in UK for part-timers, and what's the
So
pay?
part-time, you can go to the front of house staff or kitchen staff, or you can also work in a call center for part-time. And
Mm-hmm.
in stores, and there are a lot of vacancies. One can just search on Indeed, and yeah, you can apply from there. It's easy to get a part-time here. There's no issue or there's no problem. Yeah.
All right, great. And what's the average pay? Like, how much were you getting when you were doing your part times, and like, what's the
So it,
max
it
you can
depends.
get?
It depends on sometimes the age also. Like
Mm-hmm.
if one is doing bachelor's, they might get, I guess, between 8 to 9, and I got 9.18 per hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and sometimes
Okay.
it's 10 also.
Okay, so that completely depends on the student, like his or her age and the kind of job that they're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, great. And how is your like everybody like here knows that Queen's University Belfast is one of the most recognized universities worldwide. So how has your experience been in the university? Like when you were pursuing your course, so how was your campus life and how was the faculty, academics? If you can give us a brief about that.
Okay, so like the campus life is really good, I think, and the university, the buildings are kind of spread out in the same area. So I mostly spend my time at Riddle Hall. So Riddle Hall is another like a small campus of university, and we had our lectures over there, our tutorials over there, and we used to have our group study sessions with friends over there. And
Mm.
yeah, I mean, the faculty is really great. One can always contact by emailing them, and they will clear the doubts. And you have to get appointments if they want to have one face-to-face meeting, maybe. And I mean, there's no hesitation in like just asking anything to the professors. I mean, they're really um, like cooperative. Yeah.
All right, that's great. And how is it as compared to India, the education system there? Is it difficult to adjust to the lectures or the faculty process that they use to teach the students? So is it very different from India, or like did you also take time to adjust? So
No,
like how is it?
it's not different. I mean, it is different, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not difficult to adjust. I mean, because they consider here that there should be less pressure on students for studying and so on. So we had like one or two classes per day. Sometimes it used to be in the morning, and that's it. The whole day is free to study or do whatever. So mostly I had only 4 days a week, the lectures and the tutorials. Yeah, that's it.
So like that's great.
Yeah.
And like how is the like what do you call accommodation? Like how is the accommodation scene there? So is it easy to look for accommodation? Did you get like university provided accommodation, or you like stayed in private, some sort of private accommodation that you did?
So I've always stayed in a private accommodation since I did not get the university accommodation. For university accommodation, the students will have to like apply maybe 6 to 7 months prior, and
All
I
right.
tried 3 to 4 months prior, but I still did not get it. So I mean, they get booked easily. So I like through a friend I got a private accommodation, and it
Uh-huh.
is quite hard to get a place to stay here sometimes. Like my friends have struggled, and like I have heard their stories. So I mean, it's not something that taken to be lightly. And there are some people who book an accommodation before coming here, and they get stuck into the scam. So I mean, that's something I would not be suggesting to do that. Do not book before coming here. It's always better to come here and look for a house, look for a place to stay, and then get it.
All right. And like how's the like what's the rent there? Average cost that you're bearing for the accommodation?
So the where I used to stay, that was actually close to 400 pounds, the rent, including all the bills. And
Okay.
right now where I stay is about 500 pounds, including all the
Mhm.
bills. And the average like cost of living, including everything, if you see food and groceries and transportation and
Mhm.
all that, I guess it goes to around now 500 to 600 pounds,
Okay.
which is
So
which is cheaper
500.
than anywhere in UK. Yeah.
Okay, 500 is the accommodation and 500 would be like fooding and transportation and all of that.
No, like yeah, not 500, but the transportation, food, and everything would be like 100 to 100 per month.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And like, how's the fooding scenario there? Like, do you get Indian food often, or like, do you have Indian restaurants there? And what's the average cost per meal like that you spend?
I have actually not visited any Indian hotels or restaurants over here. So
Okay.
like I mean they um just a few maybe I have tried, but they're not as good as back in
Mhm.
India how it is. So
Yeah, they
no,
would obviously
I
they would
I don't
change
have any idea.
things for the British palate so that like those people can have it. So obviously we won't like that. And like
Yeah.
what's the cost, the like average cost like for the times that you have had food outside? What's the average cost per meal like that you spend?
Mostly I have only tried like if you go to Subway or McDonald's or Tim Hortons, so that
Um,
is like maybe 3 to 4 pounds per meal.
um,
Yeah, that's it. I have not tried much outside. I cook at home, so
So you prefer you prefer quickly getting all the stuff and cooking at home, is it?
yeah,
All right. That's great.
yeah,
At least you can change it as per your requirement, right? So that's still good.
yes,
That would
yes,
be suggested, right? You would suggest students coming to UK to study to like try their hand at cooking, or because
yeah,
obviously
exactly.
this would add up to their living costs also if they have food every day outside. Like even if they
Yeah,
are spending 4 to 5 pounds every day on a meal and taking 3 meals into consideration, obviously 15 pounds would be a cost to bear, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes, exactly. It would be actually a waste. It's not that really that great, but when I have my when I had my assignments, I
Mhm.
did prefer from ordering or something, but not like rarely.
All right, great.
Yeah.
And how's the transportation facility there? Like when you were studying, you used to use transportation like, as in buses or metro. So what all facilities are available there?
So where I used to live and where I still live here, so it's kind of close to university. It's like a 20 minutes walk. So we always like walk to our lectures and everything. We didn't have to take a bus, but when we had to go outside, there are buses in every 10 minutes on weekdays and maybe weekends. I guess it's half an hour or something. But yeah, I mean it's a very comfortable. There's no issue in getting any bus.
All right, great. And like apart from that, like you used to prefer traveling by like you used to walk there 20 like you were telling us that 20 minutes walk. So that is
Yeah, yeah,
more
kind of 20
convenient.
minutes walk.
All right,
Mhm.
that's good. And apart from that, like you must be having NHS there, right? So
Yeah.
how's the healthcare facility? Like, is it equal for the international students? Like comparing it to the local Britishers, or like how have you experienced the healthcare there?
Okay, so actually, I cannot compare it to the local Britishers over here because I mean I don't really know. But then the
Mhm.
NHS facility, the medical service, I mean it's not really that great. I mean I have had the worst experience if I can say, and I don't mean to like stop this way into coming from any students way from coming here, but
Oh.
it was not really that great, and my friends also experienced the same. It's like
Mhm.
they only prefer if they prefer emergency cases, even that you have to wait. And I mean, it's not that great. It doesn't. It's like a waste, I guess.
Oh,
If I
all right.
say, yeah,
So it's
yeah,
not that up to the mark, the healthcare that we
yes,
know of, because people back here in India, they would obviously think that UK, US, all these countries would be having better healthcare facilities. So, so
yeah.
is it due to like you being an international student, or it's like everybody has that sort of experience only related to it?
Everybody has that sort of experience. Maybe for mostly international students, I guess if we go for private medical facility, it would be really expensive. And since our medical insurance covers everything, and when we try to contact them, like we have to like wait a lot, and then for the appointments, and by that time, I guess one would get cured, but at home.
Oh,
So yeah,
all right. So that's one thing to be kept in mind. Obviously, a student who's planning to
yeah,
study in UK, they should not be scared, but obviously they should be mentally prepared that they'll have to face
yeah,
this sort of
exactly.
challenge. Okay.
Exactly. You have to
That
go yourself and your friends will be there. Yeah, that would be fine. Yeah.
Uh, Great. Thanks for the update, Krushangi, on that.
Yeah.
And like, how's the Indian community? Like, how many students did you have in Queen's University? And like, how is the Indian community there? Do you celebrate Indian festivals? And like,
Yeah,
do you
we
have
do
a group of
celebrate.
Indian students?
Yes, yes, yes. We do celebrate Indian festivals. There's the Indian Community Center, ICC. It's near from city center, and there
Uh-huh.
all the festivals are celebrated over there. Yeah, and there are a lot of students in Queens, and you might
Hmm.
get some Indian students in Ulster University as well.
All
So
right.
yeah, there are a lot of groups.
All right. So, what would be the ratio? Like, out of 100, how many Indian students would be studying at different courses? So what, like as per you, like how many Indian students have you been in? Like you would be knowing a ratio, like what's the percentage of Indian students studying, if you have a idea about it.
I have no idea, but then if
Like in your
one
in
is
MSc
pursuing
MSc
for.
Finance,
Mhm.
yeah, in MSc Finance, what was the total number of of the students batch that you had, and how many Indian students were there? So we can get a
So
brief idea.
I guess in my course there were only five of us,
What?
and one was in some other course, but it was kind of related to us. We had the same
Uh-huh.
lectures. So in main my MSc Finance course, we were only four Indian students. But if you consider, I guess it was construction project management, there were like tons of Indian students, a lot of Indian students, like I guess um, 70 to 80 maybe.
So
And
all right.
other courses also have the same.
That's still a good number. At least you have five, six students to
Yes,
hang out with. So it's not like you
yes,
have
yes, yes.
only the single student. So most of the students would be there's a diversity from India as well, or like they are from single sort, like they from North India, South India, or you have a diverse group.
Some are from North India, some are from South India. Yeah, from
Hmm.
everywhere.
It's a diverse. Okay, it's a
Yes,
diverse group. Okay, that's great. So that's a very good thing. Obviously, you get a lot of experience, and from out
yeah.
of the diversity that you meet. So that's great. And how's the weather in Belfast? Is it like relatable to India, or is it on the colder side?
It is on the colder side. It's not relatable to India. Like even in summer, there it's a lot windy, and when it's winter, I guess it's from September to March. Maybe
Mhm.
it gets really like cold out there. So I mean, it's not that
Okay.
great.
So it's
Yeah,
on
you
the
have to
colder
adjust.
side.
And we'll have to adjust.
Uh-huh. Okay. So obviously, you would be getting some sort of clothes and like variables that would adjust the weather there, right? So do you
Yes.
suggest students carry clothes from India, the winter ones, or like buy it from there? So how did you manage?
Oh, I guess I would suggest to buy it from here. It's kind of the same price. It's not that expensive. And bringing
Mhm.
it from India would be just, it will take a lot of your space in your travel
Yeah.
luggage. Yeah.
All right. Great. And like coming to like you have already said your placement related experience that you're still looking for
Yes.
jobs, but like I know that
Yes.
you must be having some friends who have secured placement. So do you have any
Yes.
idea like like after pursuing your masters in the UK, what's the package that a student can get? So what's the average package or what's the highest package that a student can secure?
Yeah. Okay. So there's this friend I had in my course. She landed a job in city, and her package is around, I guess, 27 to 28. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's like the start for us. And she also had some work experience. So
Mm-hmm.
for any starter, I guess it would be starting from 25,000 pounds annually. And there's this student who also landed a job, and he actually got around 50,000 pounds package, which is really great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, that's still good. And like in India, like you must be knowing that we need to go for ITR, right? There's an income tax return that we need to file as an employee. So what's the taxation scenario in UK? So do international students have to pay taxes as well, while they're studying, or like when obviously they have to pay taxes when they secure a job, but do you have to pay taxes as a student as well, like on your part
Yeah.
times that
No,
you earn?
no, not at all. Not at all.
Okay. And once you secure a job, do you have any idea how much tax a student needs to pay on the package that they secure? Like, is it similar to India that there's a slab system in India that they follow, right? So in UK, is it
Yeah.
something similar, or like, do you have any idea about
Um,
that?
I don't have much idea about it, but I guess it
Mhm.
would start from like 2 to 300 pounds maybe. Like if the salary is it goes above 1,200 pounds,
Mhm.
yeah, it would be like tax deductible. Yeah,
Okay, so the higher the package, the higher the tax that a person has to pay.
yeah, yeah.
All right, that's great, great. And like, let's check if we got some questions from the students who have joined us. Uh, So
Okay.
we haven't got any sort of questions. So students, I'd request you if you, in case if you have any sort of doubts or queries, you can put it in the Q&A box, or you can put it in the comment section. And in case if you want to directly get in touch with Krushangi related any concern, you can put it there. So she'll help you with the concern that you have. So let's wait for a minute in case if the students come up with any query. And
Okay.
so, Kusangi, like, how's the PR scenario in UK? Obviously, there's a stay. They've increased on the stay back period, right? There's 1+2 now, 1 years of your degree plus 2 years of stay back.
Yes, yes.
So, like, do you have any idea how, like, related to PR? If you can give some guidance to the students related to PR as to what they need to do, and like what's the minimum stay back period that they need to do in UK, and what are the crucial things that they need to keep in mind if they want to get PR in UK?
I'm not really sure about the PR, but for the 2 year stay back, that's the PSW, post study work visa.
Yeah.
First of all, you will have to have completed your course,
Hmm.
and like there should not be, and I mean, uh, some do get receipts and everything receipt, like failing the
Hmm.
exams and everything, and you won't be completing your masters. You will be like degraded to postgraduate postgraduate certificate, and that
Hmm.
would really not help. So like you'll have to go back to India. And for the ones who have completed, I guess you just need to provide your documents of your accommodation, where did you stay for like a whole year for the whole your course. And yeah, that's it, I guess.
Okay,
For the
that's.
PR, actually, I am not really sure. I know like one
Hmm.
can apply maybe afterwards, after landing a job and then staying back here for 2 years. And then if he gets extended period from his company, then that's great. And then he can apply. Maybe he can get, but I'm not really sure.
All right, no issues. So we have almost covered all the topics, Kushangi, and I guess
Yeah.
like since we have almost covered all the topics, we didn't even get any sort of questions from the students who had joined in.
Yeah.
So I'd again like to thank you for taking out your crucial time. It was lovely having you with us today,
Yeah.
and
Thank you.
wish you a successful journey ahead. And we might be catching up again with you in the coming few weeks or months again for this sort of
Okay.
interaction.